Good morning. This morning we're going to talk a little bit about pressure issues and water softeners. We've been getting a lot of phone calls lately saying, my pressure is up, it's low, someone jumps in the shower, somebody doesn't have water at the sink, or first thing in the morning, every day it's low at the same time. So there's a couple of different things that can cause those problems. One is it could be the water softener, because remember the resin inside the water softener, perfectly round little BBs, and when they degrade or chlorine burns them, they'll flatten out and turn to a mush. So it's difficult for water to get through the tank. So that can be one of your issues. The other thing could be a pressure regulator valve. And the other one could be your sprinklers are going off at 6 in the morning every day, and that's when you're getting ready for work, and when the sprinklers are on, you're going to have lower water pressure inside the house. So water pressure can be a couple different things, but let's address water softeners first. The best way to isolate whether it is the water softener or it's another problem is to put the unit in bypass. This is an old bypass that was a Fleck unit. There's lots of these out in the field, and the handle straight back is in the service position. All you have to do is turn it halfway to the side, and now it's in the bypass position, so water comes in, cuts around, and goes this way. The only problem with these is, over time, there's a rubber boot inside here, a rubber seal, and chlorine can burn that and degrade it so that when you need the bypass, it starts leaking. But trying to put the unit in bypass is a good start. So this is a Fleck unit. A lot of units out in San Antonio, we see these all the time. This unit is a push-pull bypass. This comes off of Sears, the Lowe's, Home Depot brand. And normally that is out like that. And so there's a little letters right there that say push for bypass. So this is attached to the back of the unit, and all you have to do is very gently push that over. Now there's 4 sets of O-rings in here, and sometimes those O-rings, over time, the chlorine gets to them, and so that when you slide it over, they'll either jump off, or sometimes they just degrade and it will still leak a little bit, but that's how you use the push-pull bypass. There is another unit that we've seen out in the field quite a bit that actually screws. You have to actually screw it in slowly, and it will eventually tighten up and make the bypass for you. So most are push-pull, lever type. Some do have the screw type. The units that we install now, we think have got one of the best bypasses. They're actually ball valves, and they go into the back of the unit, just like that one is right there. And so normally the valves are in the service position, water in and water out. And to put the unit in bypass is very simple. That one turns in, that one turns in. The 2 tips of the arrows face each other so that the unit is in bypass. And these hold up for a very long period of time, and they're positive shut off if you ever do need it. So if your unit is having pressure issues, put the unit in bypass, run it for a couple days. If that solves all your problems, we know it's the resin inside the tank. If that doesn't solve the problems, well then it could be elsewhere in the plumbing system, and we'd have to run a few more tests, or you'd have to call the plumber out. So hopefully that answers all your questions. Thank you.